team, we're back here with Ace Dual Destinies. Pearls! Hi, Pearls. She's so cute. I want to give her a hug. It's so weird to think that she's like the same age as Athena, more or less. I guess maybe it's just because I'm used to seeing her as like little baby. But I'm looking at her now and I'm like, this is like a 10-year-old. she and Athena do not at all look the same age. Anyway, we just finished speaking to her, right? So we were going to go see about breaking the psyche locks on Norma de Plume, who is hopefully still hanging around the Pub of Danger where we last saw her. Yes. You people again. You're becoming quite the nuisance. If that veterinarian won't come out, then I might just have to give up and leave. Does the vet normally hang around the pub? Veterinarian? Is that the Dr. Crab Mr. Rhymes was talking about? You are correct. He likes to shut himself up in that back room there and won't come out. But I don't think he's even in there today, so I'm about ready to go home. She sort of seems to know a lot about the workings of this aquarium. Maybe a little something about the incident this morning, too. Mr. Wright, this is no time to be standing there thinking to yourself. It's time to put your psychedelic lock skills to work and uncover her secret. That's Psyche Lock, Athena. Psyche Lock. Sure. Let's give it a whirl. Take that! Why you're here. Mr. Plume, I want you to tell me the secret you're hiding. I'll do nothing of the sort. It would mean breaking my promise. I don't know who you made this promise to, but you will tell me. You're not- Wow, God, why are we threatening her all of a sudden? Not an aquarium employee, and yet here you are after the place is closed. That must mean you're connected to the incident involving the owner somehow. I don't know anything about any incident involving the owner. No, I think you do. I have a piece of evidence here that suggests you do know something. I assume he means security vision footage. Take that! According to Detective Fulbright, this shows the orca attacking the victim. And the person in this footage is wearing an outfit just like yours, Mr. Plume. Oh! I suppose there's no hiding this bombshell figure, is there? Yes, it is I! And I think I can guess why you're here at the aquarium. You aren't simply a visitor to the aquarium. What you really are is a police investigator, a witness to the murder, a ship-shape employee. Oh, well, a witness makes the most sense, but that's not why she would have showed up here today, or showed up on the day of the murder, which was today, I guess. Wait, was it today? I can't remember. Oh yeah, witness makes the most sense, doesn't it? You're a visitor who also happened to witness the death of owner Jack Shipley. That is I want to say it, but I promised the police. It's not good for you to keep things inside, you know. I'm sure you'll feel much better once you get it all out. I'll give up. I'll tell you everything. Okay, calm down. There's no need to shout it. The police will hear. If she promised the police, isn't what I'm doing illegal? Well, I don't know. The law system is pretty weird in this game, as we all know. She wanted to tell me this badly. Why couldn't she have just done so from the top? I think anyone would agree that I held it in for as long as I could, but I couldn't be expected to withstand this commoner's battering any longer. Please calm yourself, Mr. Plume. And that's top-class battering to you. You are correct. I witnessed the killer whale's crime with my own eyes. You got a problem with that, blue boy? Boss, Mr. Plume's anger is so powerful. Even I feel like I'm about to explode. You have to do something quick. Please don't explode on me. Let's talk more about that. That surely will help things and not make you more angry. Could you start with telling me what you saw? I witnessed the very moment the killer whale attacked the victim. I told the police what I saw as well. I'm the sort of person who simply can't rest until the truth is known. So both Mr. Plume's statement and the footage point to Orla's guilt. He must be fond of writing mysteries. That's gotta be it. Pardon me, but you do seem pretty pleased that you witnessed this incident. I thought that it was just Ace Attorney characters being weird. What? Pleased? Shame on you. Are you implying that I'm happy about an innocent man's death? No, of course not. I just don't get the sense that you were afraid of Orla. It's more like you were interested in her. Are you? You know, I wasn't sure, but I was thinking that maybe... Are you perhaps one of my fans? Is that how you knew? That I am the non-fiction writer, Norma de Plume? Oh, non-fiction, never mind. That Norma de Plume. So, big fan, huh? No, I've never even heard of her. Well, now that you've figured me out, there's no sense in trying to hide who I am, I suppose. Talking to fans is part of a writer's duty, after all. But I'm not a fan, I tell ya. Pretend to be a fan so we can get more information, please, Athena. So what exactly have you written, Mr. Plume? Oh my! You mean to say you truly aren't familiar with my work? I write the truth. I take great pride in my craft, you know. So a journalist then, I guess. More like. I've been gathering information on Orla Killer Whale for a year now. I've been very worried about Orla's violent tendencies. And today, my concern was proven to be well justified. Orla isn't violent. She's a sweet and gentle soul. The moment you let your guard down with that killer whale, chomp! Ship-Shape Aquarium has always denied the killer whale's violent streak, but it has been rumored to attack people. But rumors are just rumors, they aren't necessarily true. Yes, I realize that. But I only write the truth. That is why I questioned the owner directly. But he refused to allow my research, and he even had the audacity to say to me, "You're nothing but a nuisance coming here day after day. Don't ever come back here again." Sounds like her research was a bit too much to take. Interesting, so if the captain didn't like her, I guess that's a motive for her to kill him. But I don't get terribly sketchy vibes from her either, to be honest. But then I certainly don't get them from Sasha, who came to us. I obviously don't get them from Marlin. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Pearl didn't kill him. But then, how did you get in here if you've been blacklisted? I have my methods. This lady is shameless. Yeah, maybe we don't want to ask about that too. I don't think that's relevant to the case. He won't let you speak badly of Orla. We're gonna defend her. I'm only stating what I saw with my very own eyes. I came to the aquarium today to observe the killer whale, but on my way back to that thing's tank, I heard its cries. You can hear Orla from the visitors corridor? There are speakers there in that corridor, up near the ceiling. Apparently that speaker is there so visitors can hear the killer whale's sounds. In any case, as I approached the killer whale's tank, I heard its cries. And when I arrived, I saw something terrifying. What did you see? The killer whale stealing the swashbuckler spectacular hat the owner was wearing. And then, the moment it bit him and shook him mercilessly to death with its jaws. What? Well, that's not the cause of death we were informed of, although we don't have the autopsy on us. Oh, well, I guess there is some tearing in the outfit there. But didn't they say it was killed by a headbutt? Orla bit the owner to death? In justice we trust! So, I take it Mr. Bloom has just finished telling you what she saw? Detective Fulbright. I guess you've already heard it too. Yep, when we took her statement earlier. As you heard, I'm afraid that accidental death is really the only thing it could be. You don't seem very angry that we got her to tell us a secret that she promised not to tell us. Yes, and a dangerous creature like that cannot be allowed to harm anyone ever again. But she's not dangerous. Sorry, but the prosecutor's office said the case didn't have enough merit to go to trial. There was one prosecutor, though, who expressed an interest in the case. Really? Then could we have that prosecutor take a look at the investigation reports? Unfortunately, I doubt even he'd take action without evidence of a homicide. Look, I understand how you feel, Mr. Lawyer, but maybe you should give up on this one. Not a chance. We'll just re-examine the crime scene and strengthen our case. Well, if that's your version of justice, I won't stop you. He won't rest until we find proof it wasn't an accidental death, Detective. You'll see. Let's go, Mr. Wright. Time to check out that crime scene one more time. Probably worth doing. We do have more information. July 20th, Ship-Shape Aquarium, Orca Pool. All right then. Let's start the re-examination. Pronto. I'm gonna go check out on that mess in the back one more time. Short. Athena, wait. No running. Ah! He's such a dad now. Are you okay? It didn't look like she tripped, but... What's going on? Speak to me. Oh, I slipped. Huh? Orla? What is it, girl? Is she standing in the get hit by a volleyball spot? Why do I get that vibe? Oh my god, that is exactly what... Athena, are you alright? She crashed into all that stuff behind her. I tried to get out of the way, but all I did was slip and fall. Again. That was a pretty amazing wipeout. Are you hurt? I'm okay. Why did Orla spike that ball at me? After all the fish I gave her, I thought she liked me. Maybe she thought you were the main entree. Very funny, boss. In any case, let's give that ball back to Orla, so she can throw it at you again. Huh? Well, looks like everything got shifted around when I fell on it. Hey, you're right. There are things now we couldn't see before. It's a shame we never even tried to look around, isn't it? Like another ball. Guess Orla really likes them. You haven't heard of her killer spike before. Look, there's something new by the outline of the body, too. Better take a good look around. Let's zoom in here, please. I'm most interested in this spot where if you stand there, she throws a ball at you. Hey, look at this mark on the floor. What do you suppose it is? Well, that's where we stand when we want to play volleyball with Orca. Volleyball, huh? Yeah, if we stand there, she'll spike the ball right at us. So, when Orla spiked the ball at me earlier? That was one of her tricks. It doesn't mean she hates me. Nah, she wanted to play with you. She loves volleyball. She used to play with the captain all the time. Sasha looks so sad. Okay, time to step out of it. This is no time to be all dejected and mopey like a blobfish. Well, they only look like that when they're out of the water. That's right. Time to put on a smile and stay strong, right? What's a blobfish? Or do I not want to know? Anyway, what was with the big doll? Oh no! That child is hurt! What? Call an ambulance! Oh, hey, it's just a dummy. It is? Ah, I mean, of course it is. I was just testing your response to an emergency. Well, I guess we just found out that you don't bluff well under pressure. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to keep practicing then. I wonder what the dummy is for anyway. Oh, that? We use it to train Orla. It's more than a human, but it does the job. Some of our tricks can be pretty dangerous, so Orla practices on the dummy first. Forget the tricks, those bite marks look pretty dangerous. Oh yeah, no joke. How do you tell the orca to bite less hard? Looks like we just found that giant octopus prop's missing leg. How long had it been down here? Wow, bet you could get a whole lot of carpaccio from a giant leg like that. Ooh, let's go to the ocean and try and catch a giant octopus of our own. Yeah, but even if we did catch one, how are you planning to slice it up? Kind problem. That's what my man invented chainsaw's for. I've never seen anyone so hell-bent on chopping down some giant octopus. Well, I doubt we could catch one that big anywhere near the shore, anyway. The more roadblocks you throw up, the more I want to do it, you know. Ooh, I can't wait to get started. It would appear that Operation Discourage Insanity has backfired. What a brilliant line. It would appear that Operation Discourage Insanity has backfired. I absolutely need that on a t-shirt. Actually, I don't see anything new around here now that— big sword, he said. Lying. There's a broken sword here. The tip of the blade is missing. Guess it just broke off? Don't tell me it happened when Athena fell over. You better not be trying to pin the blame on me, boss. What? No, of course not. Now he's trying to hide it. It's written all over your face. I thought your power was hearing. Besides, the broken part isn't even here. How could it have been my fault? I better watch what I think or I'll get every little thing thrown back in my face. I guess this is still one of his first times on a crime scene with her, so he's not used to dealing with her powers. Actually, that didn't seem to add too much. Is there really nothing else to be gotten from this spot? Maybe we can examine— we don't have to just examine that bit, I guess. Yeah, I don't actually see too much new to investigate. Aside from that. Maybe we can ask Sasha about one of the things we just noticed. Oh, she's not here. What are your thoughts anyway, Athena? Checking out the scene is important, but we can't forget to question people too. We need to get some insight on how people are feeling. But we should give the scene another look too, though. We might have missed something. Of course! That's one of the basic rules of investigating. The lawyer always returns to the scene of the investigation. Pretty sure that's the killer. Wasn't that the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime? I don't feel comfortable leaving it just because we didn't get any new evidence, really. We found some interesting things, I guess. Especially that volleyball point. There are a lot of interesting characters at Ship Shape Aquarium, I'll say. It's like a wild pirate ship. I guess they really wanted to give the place an authentic piratey flavor. Like the sea bottom aqua tunnel and the exploration corner where pirates gather. Let's have some fun, me hearties. Yikes, Witchet, you scared me. Let's save the pirate fun for after the investigation, shall we? Suppose we can shove off then. Let's just have a look and see if anyone else is doing anything else interesting. Hey, Apollo. Did we get any new evidence so we can show him? Hey, Apollo. Think you can whip us up a little meal with these? Fish? I haven't had fish for a while, come to think of it. I don't think these fish are safe for us to consume. They've been in like a dirty old pail for who knows how long. The obvious question, though, is what are you doing with a bunch of raw fish? It's to feed the penguin with. The penguin? So why are you giving it to me to cook? Oh, I don't know. I just happened to think of it and I was hungry. Then why don't we all go out for sushi when you wrap up the investigation? Oh god, I could go for some sushi right now. You're gonna treat us? How sweet of you. I'll start with tuna. That's really generous of you, Apollo. Don't forget to invite Trucy, too. Why did I even open my mouth? Sorry about it, Polly. Athena, I think I am an idiot. I don't know where to go next, but I'm gonna try to figure it out by going to some random places. She doesn't have any thoughts about any of this new stuff we picked up, regrettably. I feel like I missed something here. They were clearly just like, we should investigate around here, and then I didn't find anything new, like any new evidence or anything. I mean, it's interesting that the octopus arm is like broken off and all, obviously. Oh, why does it not show a check mark here? I guess maybe that means we haven't found everything that is just fine in the screen. Oh, what's this little medallion about? Is that one of the coins? What's this? A coin. This isn't right! There's blood on it! You're right, but it's dried. Do you think it could be the victims? And what was it doing all the way over here in the first place? I'm not sure, but now that we found blood outside the pool, it just might help us prove that there's more to this case than just accidental death. Especially as the photograph, well, first of all, it doesn't show a coin there. But secondly, there's not really enough blood pouring over him for any of the coins to be bloody. Hey, you're right! Orla certainly can leave the pool after all. Bloodstained coin added to the court record. That's definitely something important. Speaking of coins, take a look at this. There are a few coins scattered around the body here, too. You're right, boss. But where did they go? They aren't here anymore. You don't think somebody picked them up, do you? Well, I mean, if they're not here, that seems like a decent guess. Hey, Sasha? Would you happen to know anything about this coin? Oh, I guess I missed one. I just finished cleaning up the rest of them. You picked up all of the coins already? That's right. After the police finished their investigation, they gave me the go-ahead. But you want this to be a crime scene, right? So don't tamper with the evidence. I haven't found them all yet, though. I'm still missing a few. Well, if they aren't beside the pool, maybe they're in the pool. Let's go to that ladder over there and take a peek at the bottom of the pool, boss. Sure. Have we added that as evidence now? Single coin seems to fall. Right, okay, good. That's the 2 pages we've got now? Sweet. In Regret, or down we look anyway. Well, there's certainly something sparkly down there. Look, I think I see something on the bottom of the pool. I knew it! Want me to go down and check? You can't jump in dressed like that. You'll drown under the weight of your clothes. No, I won't. I'm a pretty good swimmer, you know. I mean, she's not wearing, like, tons, but she'll probably break Widget. Be that as it may, the pool's really deep. I doubt she can hold your breath that long. 65 feet? I think she'd be alright, Phoenix. But I guess you wouldn't be able to see them if you have your eyes open. Because I guess it's salt water, right? If it's got an orca in it. But maybe Sasha can? Phoenix, look at all these coins I found at the bottom. Thanks, Sasha. So there really were more of them down there, huh? You seem to be finding them all over. Wonder how many there are altogether. Including the ones I put away, there are 300 of them. They're for the show. Sounds like they'd be heavy. About 7 pounds, I'd say. A little lighter than a stringfish. What, altogether? Well, I better go put these coins away back where they belong. Are they normally in a sack that one could bludgeon someone with? So 7 pounds of coins scattered around the scene, one of them with blood on it. They had to be related to the case. I wonder how the blood got on that one coin. Wait a minute. Could it be... Remember how Detective Fulbright said that they couldn't find a murder weapon? What if these coins were the weapon, like they were shot out of a small rifle or something? Huh? How could a little coin kill a grown man? Well, one coin by itself isn't much of a threat, but 300 coins together could definitely be used as a weapon. All you have to do is put them in a bag. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you put 7 pounds of coins in a bag and swung it at somebody, it would make a pretty formidable blunt instrument, wouldn't it? It would explain how blood got in this coin. I get it. If the bag of coins is the weapon, we can use it to prove Orla's innocence, because why would an orca use a bag of coins to kill someone? Or even how? You know when they're weirdly preoccupied with finding a murder weapon in these games? You can kill someone by, like, punching them in the back of the head hard enough. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to test it, but I'm pretty confident that would kill someone. Or like a fierce elbow to the back of the head. Like, there are ways to kill someone that don't involve, like, finding a particular murder weapon. But I guess then you might get your DNA on the scene and you'd probably have, like, an injury. If you hit someone hard enough, you'd probably break a knuckle or something. And I guess that would be incriminating in and of itself, so fair enough. Bloodstained coin updated in the court record. There are 300 coins in all, weighing about 7 pounds total. This makes it a likely murder weapon. Yeah, especially as... What's their other explanation for how the coins suddenly got scattered all over the crime scene? Or the accident scene? Well, I don't see anything resembling a coin bag around here. Maybe the killer took it with them. It would certainly make it look like Orla did it if they did. You know, I think, Mr. Wright, the bloody coin alone should be enough to prove this might have been a murder. I agree. It shows the possibility of a human killer rather than Orla. Yes! This is just what we needed. Well, does it? What if you had one coin on him when she bit him? Then his blood would surely get on it, right? I mean, not to obviously put any doubt to our own case, but yeah, I guess it can't hurt to show them anyway. Let's go show this coin to Detective Fulbright and Mr. Plume right away. Mr. Plume, Norma de Plume. I hadn't figured out the joke there, actually, as if there is one. Good idea. Let's hope we're still at the pub of danger. Let's hope indeed. July 20th, ship-shape aquarium, pub of danger. Oh, you're back! So did you find anything? Of course you didn't. Remember, even if you don't succeed, it's the effort you make that's important. Is he trying to console me? Let's show them the evidence we found, the one that points to a human culprit. Right, because we won't let Orla be put down. I already forgot which one it was, Athena. We're screwed. Just joking. Here's the coin. Take that! Please take a look at this blood-stained coin. Ah! Cease and desist at once? Well, what kind of man shows a lady blood? Yeah, they are... She at least is a civilian of Phoenix. We should be careful about just showing them that. She doesn't have to get so worked up. It's just a little bit of blood. What are you terrorizing this lady with? Go on now, let's see it. We found this coin beside the orca pool. We did see a large number of coins beside the pool, but not one with blood on it. We just learned that there's 300 of these, weighing about 7 pounds altogether. Now, what do you suppose would happen if a person was assaulted with that many coins? What? So you're saying the coins might have been used like some kind of blunt weapon? If the blood belongs to the victim, then yes, it's entirely possible. But I wouldn't call it decisive proof that the real culprit was human. You wouldn't? Why not? Because it had to be something to put the coins in to make them a weapon. Without that something, it's just not going to be enough to pass muster. It's not a phrase I've ever heard before. But I will say that your theory does seem to warrant further investigation. I'll call the prosecutor's office and ask to reinvestigate from a possible criminal angle. You will? Thank you very much. I really hope Detective Fulbright can convince them. Yeah, this is like the 6th time he's tried. Probably getting tired of hearing from him at this point. You won't believe the answer I got when I explained your passion for this case and the police's investigation. They said the prosecutor I mentioned earlier would be willing to take this to court. Really? So does that mean a new suspect has emerged? No, I'm afraid not. And to be frank, Prosecutor Blackwell said he just wants to prove that Orca's guilt in court. What? It's Prosecutor Blackwell that wants to prosecute Orla? That's fine, Detective. Thanks for arranging this for us. You know, to be honest, considering they brought back Pearls, for a minute I wondered if it might be Edgeworth. But I guess he's off doing his own thing. Isn't he a defense attorney after investigations and all? Which I haven't played into any of those games. Well, I must say, you're taking this rather calmly. Defending Orla in court was my idea from the start. And I'll do whatever it takes to save her. In that case, I'll do whatever I can as well to see that justice is served. Mr. Bloom, will you be a witness for the prosecution? A trial for a killer whale? I've never heard of such recklessness before in my life. But surely this makes a great writing opportunity. But I will reveal the truth about this killer whale and then write all about it. Sounds like a plan. Now, if you'll just come along with me, we have to prepare for tomorrow and I still have to arrange for an autopsy. Please. I look forward to tomorrow. Until then, blue lawyer and yellow fan. Pew! Wow. I'm not a fan! Well, at least we managed to get the case to go to trial. How in the world do we defend an Orca in court anyway? To be honest, I'm not really sure myself. Plus, Mr. Bloom said Orla bit the victim. This trial sure isn't going to be easy. But I love a challenge. Then we ought to be just fine. I guess we should go over that swashbuckler spectacular that you were watching this morning. Yeah, we can have a formal viewing back at the office. There's nothing decisive against Orla in the security tape, but that doesn't mean much. Just have to find a more concrete way to save Orla at tomorrow's trial or else. Are we going to trial now then? Oh, we have time to actually start it. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Yeah, to be continued. Yes! You bet I'll save game. I gotta be very careful not to save over the second one here. Gotta save only over the DLC episode. July 21st, 9/21. Why does that date sound important? Can't remember. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see. I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. Yeah, I was looking dicey with. I don't think I've ever had it where we had to debate to even get a trial. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped. And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes. Oh, I also queued this Swashbuckler Spectacular video so we can watch it anytime. Swashbuckler video added to the court record. Thank you very much, Athena. Oh, that's so cool. It looks like an actual CD you had burned stuff onto. Or a DVD, I guess, if it's going to be holding a whole video. A TV recording of a performance featuring Orla, Sasha, and Jack Shipley as pirates. Thanks. Just might help our case. Can I look at that now? Is it going to be like, the concert where it's a whole video I get to watch? Oh my god, it is. So I can't pause it, right? Oh, I can only skip it. Okay, well, let me just watch it one more time to see if I notice anything out of the ordinary, like someone's costume changing or something. She mentioned something about the mustache falling off of, the Kill Orca, right? So let's keep an eye out. Mustache is on now. There's no hat. She steals his hat, and then, well, she's got her head down, so I can't tell if she's got. Oh, no, there's a mustache here too. And you've got the whistle and earrings. I'm just trying to like look for anything that might be out of the ordinary. I love how the recording of the show includes people's reactions too. Starfish. That's the shit. Damn it, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Right. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this? What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on enough as it is. By Prosecutor Blackwell. Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. That explains why your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing. That was a compliment, right? Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery. Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous. Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Ah, Mr. Rhymes! Came to watch the trial? It's surely a witness, right? Yeah. Sasha's is back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her. Oh, good call. Well, don't you worry. We're gonna win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss? Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. I feel weirdly confident about this because there's a lot of mystery, but it's not quite like I have evidence that contradicts itself and I'm confused about what it all means just yet. It's more like I need to hear what they're going to testify about first to see if I should be worried. All right, let's do this. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Court
Court is now in session for the trial of Orca Shipley.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Must we waste words on this? Prosecutor Simon Blackwell, known as the Twisted Samurai. He's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal Hawk Taka by his side.
Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The loyal image suits you. You look younger somehow.
That's because I shaved, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever yourself.
Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet?
Surely you jest, your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Orca Shipley, is an orca at Shipshape Aquarium. An orca?! Oh, somehow I thought they were going to bring her out here in a big tank. Our arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca is a defendant. It's patently absurd. Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place. Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client.
Your duty to defend your
crying ant? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I. The real question is, am I in for more pain, as always? Hawk-related pain.
Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially.
Thank you for that, Your Honor.
Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you would.
Because there's a lot of bias going around this courtroom, I gotta say. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well. Listen carefully. It is also my job, and I bald-facedly convinced you to do it in a total breach of courtroom etiquette last time. The orca murdered the owner of Shipshape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died.
A sadistic orca. What a chilling thought. And where exactly is this defendant now?
Inside this. What? A cell phone? Prosecutor Blackwell? Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca.
A TV phone?
Oh, very well, this court accepts it into evidence. What? I don't like the look of this. A cell phone used by Shipshape Aquarium staff. This model can be used to connect to TVs, and be used to conduct teleconferencing. Can it also be used to play a pre-recorded video, in which case... Well, anyway, I guess Sash is probably monitoring it. I trust her. We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission. You've got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. Oh, this I must see. Oh, that's so cute. We will proceed with the defendant on telecast.
So that is the orca that stands accused, is it?
Aw, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on. Arla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man? Arla's really pouring on the charm, huh? She is far from cute. She is a violent, reckless animal. I mean, I find orcas scary as well, but you gotta admit this one's adorable, Blackwell. That's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to Shipshape Aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. Doubtless this is to Plume. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there, therefore no one else could have committed the crime. Why was the captain in there anyway? I feel like I've only just noticed that that's ridiculous and should be questioned. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. Oh, of course it isn't. Instant death from a brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. Okay, that doesn't say anything about bite marks, because that's not exactly blunt force trauma. I would call that closer to laceration, but I guess, I don't know. I'm not a coroner.
I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature.
But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness. Fulbright? Oh, you got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. Injustice dressed. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up. How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby. You should have done. Don't you know that writing can take place anywhere?
Prosecutor Blackwell?
Well, I am Norma de Plume, and I'm a non-fiction writer. Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here? Looks like she can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena.
What? Norma de Plume? The great non-fiction writer, Miss Norma de Plume herself. I've read all of your works and enjoyed them immensely. Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites.
Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like.
Oh, wait a second. I could swear you looked much different in the photos in your book.
Well, I use ones from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me.
Oh.
The judge seems so shocked. The visual disconnect must really be doing a number on His Honor's head. Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books.
Oh, such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma de Plume.
Who knew Mr. Plume was so famous?
Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief.
I would thank you not to order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder.
Very well then. Please proceed with your testimony.
The moment of the murder. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
That adorable defendant really did all that. It must be much more vicious than it looks.
We know we can. I think we could probably put the autopsy report there on the biting thing.
Now deliver your judgment so that I may carry out the sentence.
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's all right.
Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
I don't understand. Do you think I brought this to court just to lose on the first cross-examination? The defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know.
A fellow inmate told me just this morning, if you want something signed, all you need is the document and a witness.
Well, let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right?
All we need in this case is the evidence and the witness to convict. It's as simple as that.
It's like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Cykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor?
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain.
Well, we'll just see about how in vain it is when I present this first one and it's definitely correct. It might be that they just say that bite marks count as blunt force trauma. I guess I would believe that. Objection! Nope, looks like I got it right. It would seem that you're mistaken, Mr. Plume. I beg your pardon? The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be a result of orca attack. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten. Oh, I didn't even realize that bit. The estimated time of death is the bit that's under investigation. I bet that'll be really helpful here. Because we have some important times. A meeting between Marlin and the captain at 7, the aquarium opening at 10, which is when the witness allegedly saw it happen. Or, 10:10 about. Which incidentally is right around the time that Pearls would have been in the food prep room with Marlin. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. No. I don't believe that can be true. Probably what she saw was her biting the doll. And to convince an orca to bite a doll, an orca that loves fish, would be pretty easy. Just fill the doll with fish. Oh, interesting, and it's all smoky around as well. So what if someone filled the doll with fish and like red food coloring or something, and so that the orca would bite it, and it would be a huge cloud of red would show up, and then no one would notice or anyone who saw it on the security camera would assume that the two men just got murdered. It is kind of weird. I don't really understand the timeline of things with respect to how the body was here. Did they hoist the body out of the water and then take the picture, or was this how the orca was said to have left it? Because that's ridiculous. Why would the orca leave him like that? The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back.
Well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share?
But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part.
Huh?
Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping.
What?
Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's book.
Very well. Let's view the footage.
Sure, I'm down. Oh, what?
What's this?
The orca's biting the victim! No way! Wait, how did that happen in a minute after the...
I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence.
Security footage updated in the court record. Do we still have the other image, though?
No, I can't believe Orla really bit him.
But it also looks kind of doctored, right? I mean, he's like the size of... I mean, he's a big dude, we know that, but he's like 3 times her size, and he's farther away from the camera than her. Regardless, if this happened a minute after this, then surely we gotta take into account that there's something weird going on here.
And there is more. Look at this. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined.
He's got some kind of bruising mark on his hand.
There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist. I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance. To the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes? Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim.
Photo of the body updated in the court record. Huh. I told you so! And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. Objection! However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
You are much too impetuous, Wright, Dono. Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. Then what explanation is there for what the witness saw? Did I not say in the beginning that the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? My goodness! After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey.
Well, that is a thing that orcas do, but it seems weird for a trained one to do in this situation. I like how his internal monologue is... Mr. Wright, the hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear of Orla.
So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. But if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean. Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell.
The witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think backward, mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim.
I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it?
Now explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand.
There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before, toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. This is what we heard before. Orla killed the victim by headbutting him? That's right. It ran the victim over and over again.
Recall that the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body?
Did it? I just saw the blunt force trauma to the head. Oh yeah, no joke.
Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey.
And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget. That footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. There's also something very important it does not show. Yeah, there's no... he's not there. Now do you see what a menace this killer whale is? Objection! I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that that something is not the victim. Oh! I did... What?! I want to look away, but I can't. Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Well, let's see, Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view.
So you're admitting that you couldn't see the victim?
Yes. Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind that skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim? Objection! But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture. Objection.
Must I do everything around here?
How dare you speak so rudely to me?
There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion.
Though you couldn't see what the Orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior.
What? Oh! 1 year ago. That's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago?
If you must know, a very similar incident...
Yes, I must know. Why would I not need to know that?
A very similar incident occurred only last year, in which the defendant murdered her trainer.
What? The Orca murdered her trainer, you say? What? Is this really true?
This is not looking good for us. It's all in this book.
Well, that was written by her.
That book? The Killer Whale.
That's Mr. Bloom's latest work.
I was just thinking of picking that up. Huh.
Oh man, this was the last trainer, was it? Well, that's something worth investigating next time on It's 30 Dual Destinies. Regrettably, we're all out of time already. God, it goes by so fast. I had to be in trial. Whoa, there are bite marks on this person's scabbard. That's weird. God, I'm getting all lightheaded. It's too much excitement for me, I tell ya. Well, that's that. Good. Can't wait to get into the rest of this trial sequence next time. We managed to catch the first contradiction. That one was pretty straightforward. We'll have to give it all we got next time, though, to make sure we don't miss any more. Because I feel like so far the logic is going to be pretty straightforward on this one. We'll see. Next video on the channel is going to be even more Breath of the Wild. I recorded one maybe a week ago or something like that. I had such a good time, and I gotta record more. I need to record more! We're getting pretty far in our quest to get all the shrines, so soon enough we'll be able to actually start the DLC. Hopefully before the DLC, the sequel comes out. Although that said, I guess I probably want to play Tears of the Kingdom on the channel as well, so chances are I won't get to that one for a little bit as well. So I guess there's really no rush to finishing the DLC before the Tears of the Kingdom comes out. Nevertheless, that's what's going up next on the channel. Some more Breath of the Wild, 100% scouring. And that's all for now, so thank you so very much for coming around to this episode of Extreme Dual Destinies. This case is heating up. I'm so ready to get into the thick part of this one. Aside from this DLC case, how many main cases are in the main? Is it 4 or 5, actually? I'm not sure. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! It's eyeballs. We don't want to go there. What about purplish? Yes, we haven't been here in a bit. Let's explore our options here, shall we? I somehow get the sense we didn't find an effect in this particular room, which seems suspicious when you think about it, doesn't it? Because oftentimes when they have a massive open room like this,